we start this one with a bit of an anecdote to go into, you know. I'm going to bring your attention to this image. See anything wrong? If you don't, there's a good chance you are probably part of the problem. Now, there is something wrong with this image, which I'm about to explain to you, that highlights the Coddle culture that's currently being displayed with this game. This man is being showered in jesters for stating very real facts about what goes on in the game. I'll just show you the second part of the image, which will be this one. So if you look through all the things that he's going on about with the, you know, the chat and the thing like that, that's a bit childish, as I say, but if you look through what's actually going on, what's actually being said, literally every sort of point that's being made in that image and the second image, no, just the second image, sorry, is actually correct. That is actually what's going on with the game at the moment. There are people literally DCing and ruining the games for other people when they don't want to play against a specific killer and shit like this, when they've got, you know, second chance bullshit being placed into the game at every opportunity, you know, that kind of thing. When you're being told as the power roll what you can and can't do, you know. I've said it before, the analogy I made to it, where it's like playing cops and robbers in school when you were a kid, and you'd get that one kid who, when he gets caught, he comes up with this fucking excuse about how, you know, you can't do that, you know, you've got to do this instead, you know, play the game my way, that kind of thing. That's literally what's happening with this game. And the survivors are that kid, you know? Either way, I'll lose that situation anyway. Because again, survivor's very hard. And mine's just got deliverance. There you go. Big ass speed burst for no reason. Perfect example, as I say. This is what I go on about when I say I lost Evolve for this. Because people don't have an IQ when they play video games these days. They want the simple win. They want the piss easy victory, you know? Safe, even if I hit her. It's 2 sprint bursts. There's no threat whatsoever, so she's literally completely safe. Even when she's in that street there's nothing I can do about it. The only answer to that is actually no-head. But that's something else they all bitch and whine about. Because, you know, it's actually strong. But that's what it is, like I say, coming from Evolve. I've assessed it thoroughly with just countless amounts of evidence now that we are genuinely in an era of low IQ gaming. There's a lot of people on Survivor at the moment that don't play both sides of this game that are just crying constantly because they don't know any better, basically. It's getting a bit more amplified as of late, though, with how, you know, how serious it's getting. Who was that? Meg. Because there's literally people at the moment going on about... we nearly got that there. I'm not running bamboozle, am I? There was a comment made, actually, I'll say, where a person said people should have the right to DC against games like, to avoid games like Skull Merchant and the new Huntress skin. If you don't know what that's in reference to, that's because there's a bit of a sound bug at the moment with the new Huntress skin that makes her a little bit more quiet, so you can't hear the lullaby. But apparently, based on the overwhelming community response to this, people just lose the ability to have actual ocular fucking perception when they play against this killer and the skin. They just lose their eyes as well, you know. But yeah, as I say, she's really boring. We'll go for this guy, see what he's doing. We do need to find the weak link though. I've got 1 hook at 3 gens. That was quite weak though. And that. Ooh, I like you. We don't have time to get that Scourge. But yeah, look, I mean, seriously, survivors like this are playing. There's nothing against this person physically. It's the fact that these are probably... the people who complain on the Steam forums are basically these people, you know? And these are the types that are ruining the game with handholding. Because it's removing all depth from the game, you know? When you're being told as the power roll what you can and can't do, you know? I've said it before, the analogy I made to it, where it's like playing cops and robbers in school when you were a kid, and you'd get that one kid who, when he gets caught, he comes up with this fucking excuse about how, you know, you can't do that, you know, you've got to do this instead, you know, play the game my way, that kind of thing. That's literally what's happening with this game. And the survivors are that kid, you know? Because we keep fucking coddling. Every time something on Killer comes out that's moderately powerful, nerfed. Survivor things, for the people, buckle up, still in the game, you know? Sprint burst. I just always imagine it from the instance of the new sort of player when they play Killer and they go against Survivor teams that have like all these second chances, and it's like, do you really think they're going to come back to the game? You know, you don't have killers, you don't have a game, mate. Simple as that. I mean, if it's really a dire situation, just give all the babies a fucking bot killer mode, you know? If they can't handle it. It is that simple. Not chasing around school. Lose games if you chase the school. Literally a free win gift. Trying to get Windsoul. It is that one as well. Not arse though. Too awkward to get to. Literally can't hear this girl. Again, don't know where she is. So yeah, situations like that where she made the mistake rather than going like down into the basement where the Feng did. A million fucking Steam forums posts. Nerf the unknown. Nerf it. Don't possess the IQ necessary to go against this killer. Simplify it for me. You know? Sprint burst again. kind of the reason why I don't actually want Evolve to be revived in this day and age, really, because it'd be filled with people like this, and it'd just remove any sort of enjoyment I have from the game. Because, you know, as soon as you incapacitate one of the hunters, a fucking nuke drops on the monster and they win, you know, that kind of thing. These two are a Swift, the David and the Fang, they joined at the same time. Communicating, see. What we can do is maybe stand here and body block the Fang. Either way, I'll lose that situation anyway. Because again, Survivor's very hard. And mine's just got Deliverance. There you go. Big ass speed burst for no reason. Perfect example, as I say. This is what I go on about when I say I lost Evolve for this. Because people don't have an IQ when they play video games these days. They want the simple win. They want the piss easy victory, you know? Safe, even if I hit her. It's 2 sprint bursts. There's no threat whatsoever. See? She's literally completely safe. Even when she's in that street there's nothing I can do about it. The only answer to that is actually Noed. But that's something else they all bitch and whine about. Because, you know, it's actually strong. But that's what it is, like I say, coming from Evolve. I've assessed it thoroughly with just countless amounts of evidence now that we are genuinely in an era of low IQ gaming where it's just second chance shit all over. Like I said with the analogy in the middle, where it's just, you can't kill me that way. You have to do this, you know, to the power roll, to the killer, you know. Dog shit, and it'll never go anywhere. That's what I say about it all the time. And I genuinely, I just wish it wasn't this game that got popular, and it was Evolve. Because in Evolve, there wasn't actually really much room to implement second chance bullshit like this. But, you know, I bet they're all GGing and everything, aren't they, in the lobby? Yeah, there you go, see? That's GG. Because we didn't have to think, you know, while we're playing the game. That's what it is. I'm not going to sit here and say it isn't either. Because it is. We didn't have this problem in 2015 with games like this, with ASIMs. You know, there was some stupidity going on where people were actually complaining about not being able to solo monsters as medics on the hunter side of things. There was the beginnings of the low IQ gamer in that particular instance, but it was nowhere near as bad as this. But yeah, as I said with the image at the beginning of this video, it's night and day, honestly. The way she unhooked herself. Did she have? Yeah, she had Deliverance. It was that. Because she unhooked somebody else at the start of the trial, she gets a free escape. Nothing I can do about it. No counterplay to that. It's just free. It's literally free. Because even if I hit her in that instance, she would have been immune by 2 instances, 2 separate instances actually, guarantees of a free escape there. The first one is that you get borrowed time at base now. So even if I waited that out, David would have been able to jump in the middle. So there's a body block waiting for her because it's a Swift. The Feng and the David were a Swift because they both joined in the lobby together. So there was that. And also there was... What was the other one? I lost my train of thought now. There's the body block, the speed burst. Yeah, the speed burst and the borrowed time. Yeah. I can't remember the other way. There probably was another way, I just can't remember it now. But yeah, it is what it is. As I say, I don't go on these rants in this game for no reason. I can see a shit game when I see one, you know. I'm just not going to blow smoke up its arse like all the streamers do who play it, because it's genuinely a shit game. And it only serves for the survivor. This is what I'm saying. Like, I'm literally, like, I'm swapping sides, and I'm playing a survivor. And I shit you not, right? It's not for the bit. It's not for the bit. It's not to add credence to my claim, whatever you want to say. I've got fucking evidence of it on my channel. I upload semi-frequent Survivor videos, and most of them are escapes. And that's them videos are recorded as and when I play Survivor. I escape about probably 70 to 80% of my Survivor games as solo queue. Something that's bitched and moaned about en masse, you know. It's fucking easy, mate. Because I'm from an era of, you know, gaming when we actually had to fucking think to play it, you know. So I can actually make choices, make decisions in stressful situations and things against killers, you know, that kind of thing. But, you know, they're just on a mission to dumb it all down and make it very two-dimensional, which is what you see here. I mean, literally unhooking in endgame with no counterplay. But, you know, it's Survivor stuff, so guess what's not being spoke about? You know, that kind of thing. Fucking boring, mate, it really is. But as I say, I keep saying this, like, people will say to me, oh, why are you playing it then? Why are you being so negative and all this kind of thing? Oh, for one, because it's probably a shock to everybody's system to hear somebody not blow smoke up this fucking dumpster fire's ass. And also, I don't have anything else because we got Evolve taken from us, you know, by shitty fucking publishers. So, this is all I've got. So, whilst I'm playing it, I'm gonna fucking say I'm not happy whilst I'm playing it, you know, that kind of thing. There's not, you know, it's not to say that there aren't instances where I do enjoy this game, because there are instances where I do enjoy this game, but what I don't enjoy is playing the game versus hand-holding en masse, because it is fucking boring to go against this shit. Yeah, you should make the game where survivors don't need this shit, you know? They don't need to run this, because it's balanced from a terms that slow gens down, you know, that kind of thing. All just little things. I'm not going to sit here and draw up a fucking graph on what to do to balance the game, but I'm telling you now, Chief, nerfing killers and adding all this bollocks into it is not the way forward. You're going to make the game even more two-dimensional than it already is by concept. So, you know, keep going, because all you'll see is fucking blight and nurse. I just had a flash of that thread again at the beginning where there's people complaining about going against the new fucking Huntress skin. Oh, because they can't hear her. Oh, fucking hell. Turn your volume up, there's an answer. Or, even better, just use your fucking eyes. But, you know, it is what it is, isn't it? So there you go. Until something drastically changes, which it probably won't, this is a commentary you're going to get in videos like this, because I've lost Evolve for this. So you're going to fucking hear about it. So, you know, to the people who come here and say, oh, you just shit and all this, and it's like, these comments either don't watch the video or fucking get used to it. That's completely the ball's in your court, you know? You either watch the video, get used to it, or just fuck off. It's as simple as that. You're only causing yourself the inconvenience of leaving a comment I just won't ignore or highlight and take the piss out of you. So, there you go. So, I'll see you on the next one then. Bye.